This is the Arctic Cat Deluxe gauge. This is a 2013 Arctic Cat F1100 Turbo. You can hit your top button here to change from digital display of miles per hour to RPMs. If you hold that top button while RPMs is displayed, you'll get your max RPM. If you want to reset that, you need to push the bottom button simultaneously as that's being held down. Okay, and you go to your bottom button here. Your bottom button will go through hours and your trips, and also your odometer. So the first thing I'm going to do is reset my trip. So you just hold that bottom button down, and that's zeroed out now. And we go over to our clock and our altimeter using the select button. Now if you want to set your clock, again, just hold that down. You select between 24 hours or 12 hours. And then you can change your time using the increment or the decrement buttons. Go all the way up. It's about 3 p.m.-ish here. And you can set your minutes the same way, increment, decrement, select. Okay, now that's set. Now if you go to altimeter, you can do the same thing. If you know what your altitude or elevation, you can change this data. So to start, you want to hold this down, and it's going to say calibrate, and then it's going to start blinking. I know where I am right now is about 175 feet above sea level. Oop. We'll put it at 180 then. You hold that down. Or maybe we'll just wait for it to stop blinking. Oh, and max altitude, same thing. You should be able to reset that. See if the bottom button does it. So I push and held select to reset the max altitude. Okay, so we get our time back, we got our altitude correct. There is one other function in this gauge. If you hold these two increment and decrement buttons down at the same time, it'll enter you into a kind of secret area. Takes a few seconds. Oh, it's not going. Let's get out of here. Back to clock. Hold the two buttons down. There it goes. So you see we got volts there. It says 12 volts. Then you go up and it's got 0, 1, 2, 3. 3, I believe, is temperature of the motor, coolant temperature. I'm not sure what the others do. If anybody knows, feel free to chime in. There's 8 different functions. There you have it, a good overview of this gauge and what it does and how to use it, how to reset stuff.